Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Tough Topic. My name is Brittany. I'm going to be doing a series of fascinating stories, and it's a little break from my usual content, but there's some stories that I really wanted to share with others because I do find it refreshing just to bear away from the usual. So I do want to share a very fascinating story about a man named Lee. Lee lives in China surrounded by his family that consists of his mom and two brothers. Lee was living with a rare autoimmune disease for decades that left his upper body completely bent over. I mean, can you imagine how uncomfortable that was for him? The disease is called AS, and no, I'm not going to butcher the full name. No, he was not born with this disease. It started actually when he was just 18 years old. It causes your bones to fuse, making the spine curve forward. As Lee got older, the condition worsened, which led him to not give up finding the right doctors to treat him. Lee's chin was to his chest, his breastbone was to his pubic bone, and his face was to his thighs. I get annoyed just when I have to bend down and pick something up from the ground, and this man had to permanently live that way. But his unfortunate posture would soon come to an end. I know many of you are probably wondering, how did he live his life like that for so long? Well, Lee's mom had to step in and give him 24-hour care. Lee wasn't even able to do tasks that would be considered simple to some. His mom wanted nothing but the best for her son, like any mom would. She would bathe him, cook for him, and she would do chores for him. Eventually, after decades, Lee found a team of doctors in China at a general hospital that would be able to take on his complicated condition. Like any surgery, there were risks involved, especially operating on the spine like paralyzation. Lee's operation would be done in 4 phases. The first phase would be breaking and reconstructing his thigh bones to expand the space between his face and his thigh bone for the operations that will follow. The second phase would be breaking and reconstructing his cervical spine. This will allow him to lift his head. When that part was done, it just melted my heart seeing how happy his mom was for the first time, seeing her son's head lifted in almost 30 years. The look on her face was absolutely everything. The third phase would be to break and reconstruct the lumbar spine. This allows Lee to stand straight. The fourth phase would be replacing his hip joints, which also allows him to stand. So what I thought was so touching is when Lee was finally able to take a closer look at his mom when the surgery was over, he said that he noticed that his mom was getting gray hair and getting old. He said that she can't take care of him her whole life, and he hopes soon she will be relieved from the burden that he's given her. But what's so amazing about this statement is his mom feels no burden at all. After all the phases were done and months of rehabilitation, Lee was finally able to go home. His mom cried tears of joy. Lee is now living at home doing more on his own, like going to the bathroom, bathing, preparing food for himself, grooming. It's almost like a miracle. I thought this story was so fascinating just because of how humble their family was and how patient and how they just wanted to find the right doctors, because this was something that was risky like any surgery, but you're working with something that could have really been life-threatening. Tell me what you guys feel and how you feel about this story. And if you want more fascinating stories from me, you know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe, and I will give you more. Bye for now.